right?
He's like the Sehwag for Scotland, right? There's only one way he plays. No matter what the format is, he's going to be what he is, right?
But
The
Manas,
Sehwag of Scotland, Andy Robb.
right?
He's like the Sehwag for Scotland, right? There's only one way he plays. No matter what the format is, he's going to be what he is, right?
But
The
Manas,
Sehwag of Scotland, Andy Robb. Hey everyone, and welcome to yet another podcast, yet another video from Menace the Monk. And it's our pleasure to welcome one of our very close and old friends. Salil joins us. Salil, thank you so much for being part of Menace the Monk. And this episode is all about Liverpool players on international duty. Salil, this season, which has gone by, we saw so many injuries. So, how excited or scared are you that so many players of ours are going on the international break in the off season?
Firstly, Manas and Nidhi, thank you so much for having me. I think this is my debut with you guys. So thank you. It's a pleasure being with you guys. Yeah, but coming back to the point of our players going out, see, it was inevitable. We always knew that the Euros are either they were going to happen last season, but it's good that it happened this season. Can you imagine that if it had happened last season, the amount of injuries we already had over the course of the season? I cannot imagine what the table would have
null
looked
and
like
void,
towards the
null
end
and
of the
void.
season. Absolutely null and void.
but Nidhi, when you think about it, ट्रेंट के सिलेक्शन में बहुत बहुत ही कंट्रोवर्सी थी. I think Gareth Southgate was bullied into selecting Trent, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And in a friendly, Trent has got injured already. So before the international calendar has begun,
Yeah.
one injury has already happened. So how many injuries do you think we'll have now in the off season?
देख एक तो यार I'm most worried about England. I think they give Liverpool players a football made of stone to practice with. तो एक तो वो है मतलब every player of ours who goes to England comes back injured. I don't know what they do in their training, or I anticipate some injuries for sure. I just hope it's not. I mean, injuries shouldn't happen to any player. But talking specifically about Liverpool, I just hope that there aren't a lot of injuries because players already had a compact season, and on top
Yeah.
of that, and these are not friendlies. Euros are, if you, I mean, these are very hotly contested matches, so there will be some injuries for sure. I just hope that the less the better, of course.
Yeah. But when our players go on international duty, do you actually support their respective national sides? Like, for example, if any Liverpool player plays for his national side, if the national side loses, I cannot be bothered. Like, मेरे को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I just want the players to come back fit and fine. Do you have that sense of belonging and support when they travel for national duty?
Not for England, at least. At least not for the friendlies or the useless international breaks that happen in the midst of a grueling
Yeah.
season anyway. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
different ball game altogether if it's a World Cup or the Euros. Then we obviously want some of our players to go and win an international trophy. Get that in the back of their in another feather in their cap and probably come back and push for glory with the club. So, it's not it's difficult to put it in perspective because eventually they're Liverpool players. You always want them to perform, but we are all Liverpool supporters, and it is always club first and then country afterwards.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Manas,
Yeah.
let's talk about one player, very important player for us, and that's Jordan Henderson. he has, I mean, for the last game against Crystal Palace, last game of the season, he started training with the team. Do you think it is too early for him to, get selected for England? Because
Yes,
and
yes,
and
100%.
we are risking.
100%. He hasn't played since Feb.
Yes.
Uh, just got selected. I would say because England's midfield is very very lightweight.
Hmm.
Like Declan Rice is probably the only show shot starter, and Declan Rice, with all due respect, is not a household name.
Yeah.
I think Southgate wants someone experienced over there. That's why he's gone for Jordan Henderson. I am very scared that Jordan Henderson will play the minutes that he does in, and Euros may, it's not like a game a week, right? When you're playing a group stages, it happens very very quickly. It's
Exactly.
intense. And the first game is Croatia. So if they do not get the 3 points, then the others become very crucial. So you never know what happens. I am just scared for Jordan Henderson. Salil, तेरे को क्या लगता है?
Absolutely, I totally second it. In fact, when Nidhi was talking about, you know, England probably giving our players a stone ball to practice with, Henderson, because any which way now Trent is out of the Euros. So in a
Yeah.
way, as much as I feel bad about that for Trent because he really wanted to go there, but I'm happy for the fact that वो अभी Liverpool आके थोड़ा rest करेगा, he'll be ready for the next season. But I am really really tensed for what happens with Henderson. As you rightly said, it is highly possible that he's such an influential figure. The majoritarian team that England is taking with them to the Euros is quite young, so they need that sort of influential, midfielder or dictator who can actually go and talk and be vocal. But
And
yes, I
speaking
totally
about
second what
Trent,
you say.
yeah, and guys, speaking about Trent, look, it was plain to see that he was devastated that he did not get selected for England. Now he did, and then he got injured in a friendly, out for the Euros. Is it a welcome rest, or is it going to dent his confidence?
Salil, go for it.
I think it's going to actually obviously would have it's gutting for him as a player. Obviously wanted to represent England eventually, no matter what we Liverpool supporters say. But having said that, I think Klopp will add enough fire into his belly to say that okay, you missed out on the Euros. You try and replicate that sort of deliver that on the club front. Let's try and win the Champions League. Let's try and win the Premier League. Let us push for glory on that front and make up of amends or make amends for what you missed out on in the last 12 months.
Manas,
That's so.
Manas, do you think Trent even fits the England system, the current England system? Gareth Southgate plays a very traditional right back. Again, first of all, he wants players who can, who stay back while defending and all that. Do you think he
No,
even
so
fits the England system?
I think he is going three at the back and two full wing backs. So if he does that, then Trent fits the system. Like it's tailor made for Trent. But if he plays a rigid four at the back, then he doesn't. But I think even in the friendly where he got injured, I think he was playing three at the back and two wing backs, and that totally works for Trent Alexander-Arnold and for England to utilize him to his fullest potential. But Salil, Andy Robertson, the captain of Scotland, uh, just a player that we all love as Liverpool supporters. I am excited for him. Like amongst everyone, we spoken about the Brazilians in previous episode. Copa America jeet gaya, Now this is a big deal for Andy Robertson to captain his side, and they play England as well. I would be pretty happy if Scotland beat England.
That would be absolutely fantastic, right? I mean, what more can one ask for? Obviously, I want Robertson to do well for Scotland, but having said that, at the same time, I really don't want him to go full throttle. I want my players to
But
come back as soon as
Salil,
possible.
he's the
Yes,
captain of Scotland, and the way he is, he will go full throttle. You know that,
there
I
Salil.
is
know he will. We
there is
know that he's
no
going to
there
go
is
full
no other
throttle, but
mode for Robo than full throttle, right?
he's like the Sehwag for Scotland, right? There's only one way he plays. No matter what the format is, he's going to be what he is, right?
But
The
Manas,
Sevak of Scotland, Andy Robertson.
that's like
This might be one of the pearls of Venice in the morning.
the Sehwag of Scotland, and it's alliterated also, so fantastic. But Manas, here's my question about Andy Robertson as well. Why Robbo started 38 out of the 38 last Premier League games last season. He played in the Champions League as well. as we've said, he's Mr. Duracell bunny. He always keeps running and all that. तेरे को डर नहीं लगता है कि someday you know the पेट्रोल खत्म हो जाएगा, मतलब वो
लगता है बट वो प्यार से डर नहीं लगता, रोबो को इंजरी से डर लगता है, लाइक वैसा वाला सीन है. बट द पॉइंट इज you can't fear so much. I mean, that injury can happen anytime when he's in preseason for Liverpool as well, when he's playing for Liverpool or playing for Scotland. Right. Someone like Andy Robertson, okay, if Andy Robertson gets injured in the Euros, let's hope it doesn't happen. If he does get injured in the Euros, captaining Scotland, I would be okay with that because I know it would mean the world to him. It's something which we will not be able to understand because Scotland doesn't usually qualify for big tournaments. So for him to captain, it's a dream come true. Maybe Salil, Thiago will be the captain of Spain as well.
Yeah, looks like
because Ramos is not there.
Looks like it.
So, देखो क्या लगता है? How far can Spain go? He is the lone representative in the Spanish side from Liverpool. There was a time where we had Xabi Alonso, Arbeloa, Fernando Torres. Maybe I'm forgetting some. Pepe Reina. अभी तो सिर्फ एक ही है. The Spanish Revolution has.
How can we forget, Manas? We've all sang chants of Pepe Reina together. How can we forget?
You know, I said it. But क्या लगता है? Thiago क्या influence होगा उसका?
Massive influence because he's one of those few players. It's typical, just like what Henderson is to England right now, right? The influence and the quality that he brings to the fore. Obviously, they're two different players altogether. But what Thiago lacks up for as a leader, he makes up with it with his ability, right? And this Spain team is there's a stark contrast to the teams that we are used to seeing the Spain teams of the past play, right? So it's a shade different from what it used to be. But the advantage this time for Spain is that now they also have Laporte to play for them, because he was initially going to play for France, and now that's a big boost. Especially Spainers have suffered defensively over more than anything else. So I think that could be a big difference for Spain. But I don't think they are going to push beyond the second round of the qual or the knockout stage rather. मैं नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूं उनको जीतने को.
निधि, क्योंकि चैंपियंस लीग फाइनल भी खेला वो, फिर उसके बाद इमीडिएटली आ गया लिवरपूल, फिर उसको कोविड भी हो गया, फिर इंजरी भी हुआ, फिर अभी लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ द सीजन खेला है वो. He's got some form going now. He's going into the Euros. Maybe we might see the best of Thiago in the Euros.
You know what? I'm actually happy that Thiago is going to play because the players around him play a high intensity passing style in Spain, and that's good because he's had a stop-start season at Liverpool, and this could be a good sort of warm up, not warm up, but it could be a good place for him to kickstart again. He started to look really good by the end of the season, and I think it could be good for Thiago to go and play in the Euros. I just hope
अगर एंडी रॉबर्टसन इज द सहवाग ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड, सलील, तो थियागो क्या है स्पेन का? इज ही लाइक द राहुल द्रविड़, द वॉल, द मशीन, द सिस्टम? क्या है? डू यू हैव अनिल को?
But moving on, guys, moving on. We have to talk about a very big player. I think he's going to be massive in the Euros. Diogo Jota. Manas, what do you expect?
See, the best Portuguese player in the world right now, Diogo Jota. Let's.
Absolutely.
I don't care what you say about Bruno.
We don't do ifs, buts, and maybes. We do only absolutes, right?
Yeah, absolute. That is Jota. But. यार, in his spell at Liverpool, he's had injuries, okay? So, यार, मेरे को बहुत, Jota is one player which I'm scared about, injury-wise. मेरे को वो fragile लगता है. I don't know about you guys. He is one of those players, he's like a Sadio Mane when it comes to full throttle. वो घुसता है, वो भागता है, वो tackle में भी घुसता है. But unlike Mane, Salil, he gets injured, okay? He's prone to get a few knocks. And this is a big moment for Jota. This is his first big tournament for Portugal. He will go hell for leather. I'm a little scared. मेरे को डर लग रहा है Jota might come back with a few knocks. तेरे को क्या लगता है?
No, I think he'll be good because the best possible chance of a Liverpool player actually going and winning a trophy is with Diogo Jota. Let's be honest,
Acha.
because because this Portugal team is probably the best in years that we have seen. I think if we look at some of their previous teams in 2004 and 2000s, this has possibly been their best team on paper when you have all their most informed players. You have João Felix, Ronaldo, to obviously hai. The best player, the best Portuguese player in the world, Diogo Jota, is already there. Bruno
Second best is
Fernandes,
Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes is there. Ruben Diaz, who's had a fantastic season with Man City, he's there. So yes, they
Cancelo.
have some individual players. They are full of individual stars. They're similar to the Belgian team that played about a few years back. But
That's
they are not a good unit. They play good football, but they have their issues internally. It's like the Dutch teams of the past, right, where they have a lot of individual talents, but they don't make up for it at the international stage for some sort of issues. But yes, Portugal with Jota, with Ronaldo, with Felix, they have a good chance of winning it.
Speaking of Portugal,
Without Origi, Belgium doesn't have a chance. So
no,
this
absolutely not. I
prediction.
mean, come on,
Football. I mean,
Football is nothing
without
without
Origi
Origi, right?
is nothing.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
khatam.
But about Portugal, there is a chance that they may not even qualify for the next round. Their group, Manas, is Hungary, France, Germany, and Portugal. There is
Germany at the moment is not like Joachim Low is on his way out. They've not been winning. They lost to North Macedonia at home, yaar. I mean, with all due respect to North Macedonia, I mean, 2019 में they became North Macedonia. I mean, like, if I mean, Germany is going through and Portugal are defending champions. Portugal have to top this group. If you ask me, I'm gonna say they will top this group even above France. मेरा ये prediction है because they have Jota. So yeah. But let's talk about the big Shaq, the tank, Shaqiri, Salil. Shaqiri is gonna come out of his basement in Liverpool and then play and rise to become the captain of Switzerland. Bhai, matlab, I think Shaqiri will be the freshest amongst all Liverpool players going into the Euros, right?
Nico Williams and Shaqiri are the two players I really want to go far in the tournament because उनको game time मिलता ही नहीं है Liverpool में. So technically, these two players are the two players who are with their national teams. I hope they go far in the tournament. But having said that, I don't want them coming back injured. But Shaqiri is a different beast for Switzerland altogether. And I hope we keep them this season, considering the way things are going. I hope he stays the season too.
But Manas,
we've created a video, Nidhi, outs, so you can check it out. I personally feel that Shaqiri will leave. I want him to stay, like Salil is saying, but I think he will make a move. Yes, Nidhi, sorry.
But Manas, Shaqiri, like what you were saying, I mean, he probably would want to leave, right? The point is that he, he's youngish, so he doesn't want to go to a club which is like, a retirement home, that sort of mentality. He will want to go and play some football at a, decent level. I think he will be very, very, up and roaring about this particular tournament because this is his chance to, put himself out there and say, what, buy me.
Yeah, I so agree. I think FSG and Michael Edwards will be really hoping that Shaqiri has a great tournament because they will get the max amount from him then. Like if at the moment Shaqiri's price tag is, for example, 15 million, if he has a great Euros, it can go to 25, and I think that is something that our owners, the way we run the club will be having an eye on, I'm sure. But let's talk about Wales. Yes. We have Neco Williams and Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson, we've never seen him feature, I think, for Liverpool in the league. Maybe a few games here and there, but Neco Williams has got a Premier League medal. Last season, though, was not the best for him. In the friendly against France, Salil, he got a red card, a straight red. He looks like a starter for Wales. Harry Wilson, we will I think, sell this summer. So do you think these are two players, Salil, that will leave in the summer and the Euros decides how much we get for them?
I don't see Nico Williams being sold because there is no backup to Trent anyway. And knowing FSG won't really go out and spend unless we actually sell Nico for a good fee. It's highly unlikely that Nico is sold. But Harry Wilson, yes, is in talks to move. And that's why I said I hope these two actually have a good tournament, not only because we are able to sell one or two players, but also because the experience that they get. Players like Nico Williams are still young, right? If he can come up against a Benzema or these sort of players, or a Werner at that level, whoever he's playing, it's a good amount of experience that he gains at that level, and he brings that with him to Liverpool. So nothing like it. I want Switzerland and I want Wales to actually go far in the tournament purely for this reason, so that these guys get some game time, and when they come back, at least if we are able to sell them for a good sell on value, or if we are able to keep them, they can at least add to the team.
Nidhi, I think most of Liverpool supporters here have never seen Harry Wilson play often. Maybe this is the best time we can see Harry Wilson play.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, I think out of all the players that we've discussed, he's the most likely to leave. I think his contract also runs out in the summer. I'm not 100% sure, or maybe 1 year remains.
1 year
The
remains.
point, yeah, I mean, the point is this guy never got to play for Liverpool. He's 23 or 24, so he's in his prime. And for his sake, I do hope Wales go deep into the tournament and Harry Wilson gets to play purely because it's good for his career. Neko, again, I mean, if Wales go deep, it's only good because he's going to play against high quality players, international players, and it's good for for him to gain some confidence. I don't think we'll even entertain the thought of selling Neko Williams, but it will be good for him to get some experience.
I think these are the players that are probably going to the Euros from Liverpool's perspective. But we have Copa America as well, Salih. The defending champions are Brazil. The tournament is going to be played in Brazil now because of COVID reasons. Argentina se move ho gaya. And let's be honest, all Liverpool supporters love Fabinho, Alisson, and Firmino. Hand on heart, all the players that we have discussed, okay, these three that I've mentioned now are the three that I want to see win, even for international duty. Like, मतलब प्यार आता है इनकी तरफ, the way they smile, the way they approach the game, the way I mean Alisson's header, man, like I still can't get over his header. I mean that is one of the best moments as a Liverpool supporter. I want them to win, and I think they will as well. What do you think about the Brazilians in our team? How much do you love them? How much do you give them the chance to win yet another Copa America?
I mean, we do love all our Brazilians, right? The best in the world is Bobby Firmino for a reason. The best goalkeeper in the world is Alisson Becker for a reason. The best DM in the world is Fabinho. No offense to N'Golo Conte, he's brilliant. But
Yeah.
obviously
Well,
the
he's not a
Liverpool
DM
bias
anymore.
shows. Yeah, but I mean, there will be some Chelsea fans who must be watching this and they will be look, I mean, both are brilliant. I mean, I love both the players, but Fabinho obviously for the Liverpool bias, and he's been brilliant. He's as important to our midfield as what Van Dijk is to our defense, or Alisson is in goal. So I want them to win, but Manas, I think they may not go ahead with this tournament this time around because there's news that there's a massive outbreak of COVID in Brazil. So I don't know whether it's going to go ahead or not. But if it goes ahead, I think Brazil have the best chance. They are the best team in South America right now on paper, at least. Even Argentina, for that matter, have really with Messi also do drop in class at times. Despite having such a good team, and they have a aging team. Aguero's in his 33, 34. Messi is 34, Di Maria is 33. So a lot of the Argentine players are actually, in the twilight of their careers. Having said that, even Chile usually go on to win the tournament, but I don't expect much from them this time. Brazil obviously are favorites, and if it's going to go ahead in Brazil, I expect them to win it. I definitely want them to win it if it's going ahead.
Nidhi, and I mean, we have talks about Alisson and Fabinho getting new contracts at Liverpool. They are the core, like Salil was mentioning. Apparently, Salah, Van Dijk, Henderson, Alisson, Fabinho, these are the 5 players which we are trying to tie down long term. And this is good news for us. I mean, we need these players to stay for as long as possible. And we have not mentioned Van Dijk, because Van Dijk has opted out of the Euros. And Nidhi, that brought a huge smile on your and my face, because which showed that he cares about the club, Nidhi.
Of course, yeah, of course. Look, I mean, I'm sure he hated the fact that he could not captain Netherlands after such a long time in such a prestigious tournament. But look, I mean, it's a very prudent it's a very prudent decision. And as a Liverpool fan, I'm beyond happy. But talking about the Brazilian players, Manas, I want to say one thing, and it might sound a little sentimental and all that, but if it goes ahead, I know I love Firmino, I love Fabinho, but I want Brazil to win, the Copa America purely because of Alisson. Imagine what it would mean for him. The guy went through so much. I mean, imagine. I mean, of course, we don't want to go into too much about Alisson, but imagine not being able to attend the funeral of your own father. You're talking about the Alisson header. You saw in that moment what one goal meant for him. Imagine winning a tournament for his country. If it goes ahead, I'll be delighted for Bobby and Fab both. But I wish, if it goes ahead, I really hope Brazil win it and Alisson just, he just
Yeah.
holds the trophy aloft.
I mean, they won the last edition of Copa America and he was the main goalkeeper. But yeah, I agree with you. Like this one would taste sweeter for Alisson Becker. This is what I'm talking about, right? These sentiments arise for us for our Brazilians. Like because for some reason we feel more attached to them rather than with all due respect, like Trent going for England or a Thiago for Spain. I don't know why that happens, but the fact that we want these Brazilians to do well just shows how attached we feel to them. Gents, to finish this conversation off, the new season is almost 2 months away, a long time to go.
Yeah.
But Salil, क्या लगता है? How influential will the Euros, Copa America, the signings, the injuries be for the coming season? Do you think this 1 month-long tournament will have any influence next season?
Oh, it will most definitely have an influence on no matter who's playing, right? So, I mean, the good thing is that not many of our players are actually out on international duty as compared to the World Cup or something like that. So, Trent is already out of the Euros, unfortunately for him, but good for Liverpool. I don't expect a lot of teams. England, I don't think England has really been shit at international level. So, I don't really expect them to go far in the tournament. So, Henderson could come back earlier. Scotland, even though they might go. So, in a way, respectively, about 5 or 6 players or 7 players are there at the Euros. I don't expect them to go very far, barring Jota maybe. But yes, it
Thiago?
will have an influence. Thiago, I don't think Spain is having that sort of squad anymore, of the past. But I like to make one point, like you just mentioned, that we are going to tie down a lot of our players long term. You know what that means, right? It means that we're not going to be very active in the transfer market.
Which are Salil? Are you surprised? I am not.
I'm not
I
at all
mean,
surprised.
yeah,
Which is
yeah.
why I said I hope we keep players like Shaqiri and Ox for that very reason. Because if you're not going to have a lot of outgoings, barring 1 or 2 fringe players, like maybe a Harry Wilson or an Origi, who don't really make much of a difference, for us unless we are crunch on those players. I don't expect us to have a very busy summer. Konate was a brilliant piece of business, but maybe 2, 3 more good players in those positions who can come off the bench and maybe deliver the goods. I'm not expecting us to have a big summer. But having said that, this season, if we have a fully fit squad with Van Dijk coming in, with Thiago in good form, and most importantly, lesser injuries, I fancy us to go all out on the European front and the domestic front.
Nidhi, will this international break, not break, we are in a break right now. These international tournaments result in us getting a bit of money in the transfer window. When I say that, I mean the likes of Shaqiri, Harry Wilson, maybe someone else might be looking to move on. Do you think these tournaments will help us get a better price for these players?
Look, like I said, yeah, I mean, some players, Harry Wilson and all, I don't think it will do much to their price. But for Shakiri especially, and Jota, these two tournaments are big. I mean, Jota not for the transfer piece, but he's just coming to fore. I mean, if he does well, he really goes on and challenges at least Mane and Firmino for starting spots next season, right? For
Yeah.
Shaqiri, I think he will want to move on to a big club. There is news about Roma and there are other clubs interested. I don't know what happens about that, but but if he scores 3 goals, maybe we get 5 million extra for Shaqiri if he wants to move on. But I agree with Salil and you. I don't expect a lot of activity in the summer in terms of transfers.
Guys, to end the video, Salil, I'll start with you. Your winner of Euros and your winner of Copa America. Your predictions.
I think France will win the Euros this time because the squad that they have, and most importantly, the sort of season that N'Golo Conte has been having. He's the cog in the wheel for, he could be the cog in the wheel for any team in the world. And having the firepower that they have added with the inclusion of Benzema, with Giroud, with Griezmann, with Mbappe, strong favorites for me. Portugal are second favorite, but I strongly feel France are good to go this season for the Euros.
And you've mentioned Brazil for Copa America. Nidhi, for you?
Obviously, Brazil. I think they are favorites, and I hope they win. For the Euros, Manas, I was thinking that France will easily win it. I'm going to change my prediction, and I'm going to say Portugal. I think Portugal will win the Euros for the second time consecutively. What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's going to be between France and Portugal. It's and they're in the same group as well, so which makes it even more interesting because they will face off against each other very early in the tournament. So we might come to know a few things. But dark horse, I'm going to mention a dark horse. I'm not saying they're favorites. I think Italy might have a good chance. I cover Italian football, and I know the players which have been selected. So I think they might have a good opportunity to go deep in the tournament. And also, Salil mentioned, I mean, Brazil are the favorites, but Chile are like what do you say, Mumbai Indians of Copa America.
Yeah,
somehow
I think
they always have success.
The second most strongest team in South America right now, I think, is Chile, and then followed by Colombia.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Chile will go deep for sure, but favorites are Brazil. So yeah, guys, that was it. Nidhi, you want to add something?
No, I mean, like I said, I mean, I hope our players come back with no injuries, and
that's the main thing. Whoever wins, but injured, okay, mata.
Personally, I've always been supporting the Dutch national team right from France '98. So I would personally want the Netherlands to win, irrespective whether Van Dijk played or not. So if Van Dijk had played, the pendulum swings right in their favor, right? So, but I will obviously, for me, the Dutch are my favorite team. But I totally agree with all the points you said. Italy are dark horses. I totally agree to that.
Yeah,
Portugal and France both have a good chance.
I want to say one thing. So, Euros will be such a welcome break, right, Manas? I mean, you are going to watch a high quality football tournament without that level of intense emotional investment, where every goal conceded gives you depression and those things. The only thing I'm worried about in Euros is injuries. But here's the thing. So, our man, Mr. Manas Singh, is going to be presenting the Euros for सोनी को बोल मानस मेरे को थोड़ा पैसा भेजने के लिए.
हाँ,
भूलिएगा मत. भूलिएगा मत.
भूलिएगा नहीं. ये तुम्हारा बड़ा बोर्ड नहीं है, पीछे मैं बोलूंगा.
वो तो कस्टमरी जग्गू दादा बोलना ही पड़ता है ना अपने इसमें.
कस्टमरी जग्गू दादा डायलॉग. अब बाओ असली पे नॉर्थ मैसेडोनिया का मैच.
कौन बनाए ये सुपर लीग? कौन बनाए इसको? मेरे पास लेके आओ.
ये लैंग्वेज किसने लिखी? लस्सी कौन लिखेगा इधर? Anyway, guys, so Euros will be a good time. It will be good to watch some high quality international football without the level of intense emotional investment.
It's for you. For me, it's going to be very intense to cover all these games. But just to end the video, I'm ending the video. Very sad. Very, very sad that we covered all of this and we didn't talk about Gini Wijnaldum. And it's very obvious why. Because he's no longer a Liverpool player. So, yeah, it just hit me when Salil started talking about the Netherlands. We would have spoken about Gini Wijnaldum, but now we can't. It is what it is. On a very sour and sad note, this is Menace in the Monk. Salil, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. Hope you had fun.
Thank you, Manas. I hope you don't edit the Jaggu Dada part.
That might just be the main part of a video at the beginning. You never know.
ऐसा item मेरे पास लाओ.
Salil, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Nidhi,
ये वीडियो में रात नहीं हुआ. मतलब ये वीडियो तो जल्दी शूट हो गया.
ये छोड़ के कुछ और ट्राई करना है, मतलब रात तो हो ही जाएगा.
This is Liverpool players on international duty and Jagu Dada memorial video.
Next Jagu Dada collab. Cheers, guys! Thank you for watching. This was Menace and the Monk. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be coming up with much more content your way. Cheers and bye bye.